Hello, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. So this is day one series on reviewing ESI report using AI or the ChatGPT tool that you are aware of, or the AI Gemini, that is Microsoft Gemini. So I'm just going to put you through, how we can upload the EIA report and how we can use a set of prompts to generate some comments and how we can be able to extract those comments in Word and also use. So just follow me and let's see how we go with this. So let me just share my screen uh, side by side. Is so just a moment. So this is the ChatGPT login page. You can see chatgpt.com, and I'm going to add my files now. So click on plus, add photos or files, and you can drag that file in here. But for now, let us use this way. Uh, EIA training sample reports. So this is the report I'm going to be using. It's an ESIA report by Zoom Lion for a waste management facility. So as it's updating, I will go pick up this is the report. So, so I have some set of criteria that I have developed over time, and let me share with you. Yeah. So at the time I posted this particular prompt online on our WhatsApp group in the office. So I'm using this particular one. I've copied it. I copied it from here, overall tax, review the attached EIA report. So we can create different prompts. We can create a prompt for environmental audit report, can create a prompt for PIA, can create a prompt for ATC reports, and any report of every sector. So I've copied it now, and I'll be pasting it on the ChatGPT. You can see it has finished uploading. I've uploaded this report now, so I just Control V, paste. That is pasting it, Control V. So once it's pasted, I click on this to send. So the command has been sent to it to review using that command prompt. So when you see this sign, it means it's reviewing. Although the network is very slow, that is why. So while we wait for that to come up, Gemini has been doing some work for us, so let's check Gemini. Now, for Gemini, you can see here we have done the same thing. That same prompt, I posted it with the report, the Zoom Lion report, and this is the analysis. Based on the review of the Zoom Lion report for Lagos State Waste Management Projects, the following is an assessment of the report compliance to a specific criteria and national gap. Number one, cover page, LGL and state. The cover page identifies that Lagos State is Nigeria, but does not speak the local government. So this is a comment that I might be interested in. So I open up my Word document. So I just copy it for cover page, copied it here. The cover page identifies a comment. So trying to see if I can share but it's not showing. So let us just take it as it is. So for the Gemini, so the cover page identifies that Lagos State but does not explicitly list the specific local government where the EIA local governments such as Ekpe, Alimosho, and Mushin are mentioned later in the report map and tables. So there is need to update this. Now, list of abbreviation, where while the table of contents include a list of acronyms, rejects II specific technical terms like CAPI used in chapter 4 should be verified against the list. So there are some, okay, these were used, these were not, some of them were used, but were not indicated on the list of acronyms. List of acronyms is correctly paginated using the numerals. I asked them to check if it's correctly paginated. So I'm already adding the comment now. So for gap listing, I can add that I can add that on page this technical term like was used but was not included on the list. So I just copy it and add it as a list of abbreviations. Yeah, on page 11, specific technical terms like CAPI was used in chapter 4 and was not included in the list. Should be included. Now, as a good summary, part of my criteria was that tables and maps should be removed from the executive summary. So the summary, starting from page XV, appears to be tight, heavy, and aligns with the requirement to avoid complex tables. Language used were accessible. The example summary is paginated. So now I might need to, like, obviously this comment is not enough for me for example summary. So I might need to ask for more. Let's ask for more. Let's say, okay, review the executive summary and identify key information within the main body of the report that was not captured within the executive summary section. So now, then ask him to still fish out more information for me, because what he gave for the executive summary was just still little. Okay, now it says specific legal status. There's also mentioned compliance with national and international law, but meet the exhaustive list of specific Nigeria and Lagos state regulation in chapter 1. Okay, we might leave this to fly because we might not need those exhaustive lists. While the summary mentions IST compliance, it does not detail the specific availability of each standard. We might not need that one too. Categorization, technical classification, the main body of the report specify equipment lists, conveyor, and 3D virtual plans for the site like Gondo, and that are absent from the summary. We can add this, but we need to add page numbers to this. So we'll listen to look inward and where it is needed. You can see it has all the whole areas whereby these were not captured correctly. So for this, I can pick this technical specification. You might need a bit of it in the design summary. So the main body provides specific equipment like conveyor, compressors, waste load, and 3D plans for site Nigeria, but they are absent from the summary. Kindly updates accordingly. Now, process flow diagrams are 3 contain systemic diagram, but we might not need that in the summary, yeah. Waste characterization in the main body includes specific visual and fact-driven criteria of household waste. We might not need these visuals. I also may provide general qualitative statements, i.e. within regulatory limit. You can see chapter 4, the main body shows detailed statistical table showing specific minimum and maximum. So we might need specifics. So for this, I forgot to add to reference to specific pages. So the summary provide general qualitative statements, i.e. within regulatory limits. So we can say kindly include the specific minimum, maximum, and mean values for parameters. So these are comments that we need in the example. We need the specific minimum and maximum mean values for parameters like PM10, CO2, without needing to go through the complete report. Specific social concern. While the summary mentions community concerns, the main body explicitly lists specific issues raised like group like ASOCRAP and named host community, e.g. Ashasha Ibelefon regarding job creation and environmental safeguard. Yeah, we need to add something like this under this safeguard concern. So I like this comment. I'm going to take it up. So this will be under socioeconomics. So under socioeconomics can have to put that there. So I like this comment. At least it's a key stakeholder concern which have to be in the report. Now for impact assessment, GHG, the main body provides estimated scope 1 GHG emission in tons of carbon dioxide equivalent for both construction and operation. which are only discussed conceptually in the summary. Yeah, we might leave that. We might just leave that. We don't need to have it in detail in the summary. Impact interaction, a detailed matrix that costs reference, spreads activities and specific environmental concepts. Impact of site clearing on structure job is condensed into general themes in the summary. You can leave that. For chapter 7, the main body organization structure defines roles, specialized plan. So we might add that this plan should be listed. So plan, grievance, traffic, and risks that were not fully detailed in the summary. So we might ask them to include the list of these specific plans. Include specialized sub-plans such as grievance redress mechanism, trust management plan. Can also provide highlights. Include highlights of specialized sub-plans. So now monitoring frequency, the main report satisfies the exact monitoring frequency, and so this is okay. So now I've gotten a few good technical comments for example summary. Now let's go to chapter 1. Chapter 1 on introduction. Now let's go back to introduction. Let's go back to introduction. Yeah, this is introduction. Now, under background and proponent, include a detailed section and profile of Zoom Lion Nigeria Limited. It's possible they did not add this section. So make sure you cross-check whatever you are adding as comments. So this is under section, sorry. I'm actually writing down the comments too. Section 1.2, that is under proponent, background and proponent. Include the details of background and profile of Zoom Lion Nigeria Limited. So now I have to add from my own experience to include previous jobs done to show its technical expertise. So that is that about that section. Now, under legal framework, it said it covers federal, state, international. Okay, it's a good one. Environmental limits, mention adherence to national standard. So I think this is all about chapter 1, but I see more. So I have to query chapter 1 to get more information from chapter 1. So I may ask that evaluates the legal and administrative framework and bring in chapter 1, sorry, in chapter so evaluate the legal and administrative framework in chapter 1 and compare with national and international legal and administrative framework to identify gaps and areas of improvement. Yeah, so let's do that. So this is for us to get more information on chapter 1 because what the provider was not that much. So based on chapter 1, the following evaluation compares the project legal and budgetary framework against national and international standard. All right. Evaluation of the existing framework. The report established tiered into national, state, international. Climate change. While GHG estimation is in the body of chapter 1, framework does not explicitly detail the net zero alignment strategy required by newer international financing standards. These gaps now is not within our own scope. Social safeguard. The framework lacks a labor management procedure in chapter 1 that explicitly address the prevention of child and forced labor as mandated by IOC chapter 2. So let's leave this one. Areas of improvement, integrated monitoring. Why the report identified multiple agencies, clear lacks in a clear joint regulatory oversight framework. For modeling, chapter 1 should stipulate the requirement for air dispersion modeling and noise contouring as a standard part of the advisory process, and rely solely on points in this. Okay, this one is more of administrative recommendation now. Financial assurance, the framework should be improved to include a requirement for environmental insurance or a decommissioning bond, ensuring that funds are administratively secured for site restoration if the component ceases operation. This is a very good one, but we don't have provisions of that in our law. I think we should do that. Gender-specific policies beyond general equity, mention the administrative framework to include a gender action plan to address specific impact of waste facility on female household in the host community. I think we can add this. Gender action plan. But these areas of improvement might not. I think I should just make it better by saying suggest more applicable national and international framework applicable to this project. I think this will be better, because all those other areas, they are good, but they might be out of our scope as a review. Okay. Why the report identified core, it lacks specific regulation that governs the technical circular aspect of waste, particular waste. National environmental, this is critical for defining specific. So this is now very, very important now. I'm sure it's not there. So just include the section on administrative and legal framework should be updated to include the following laws. So now we'll have it as this. So we have it like this. This is a national SI 28. This is battery control SI 2004. I'm sure most of us are not aware of this. As waste management improve, people encounter electric and battery waste. So there is need to add this to it too also. You can see it also describes what they all talk about, so that whoever is working on it. National policy on plastic waste management. This is very, very important also. So I added it there. Lagos State Environmental Management Law 2017. You see, it was mentioned. You see, it was very, very fair. Why mention the project should explicitly cite the environmental development levy requirements and the specific mandate for waste. So I'll have to look for where it is mentioned and add it as part of the comment in that section to enhance that particular discussion. Nigeria gas flare commercialization program. The relevant in the project involve maintain recovery. I'm not sure it require maintain recovery. This is just a conventional waste collection. Now for international, Basel Convention on Transmovement of Hazardous Waste. This is very important. So I'll just add the section and say the section on the international framework should be updated to include the following. So that's the Basel Convention. Now look at the Stockholm Convention on Persistent Chronic Pollutants. So please, whatever you are doing, you still have to confirm that all these are within the report or not, because AI can hallucinate. Paris Arrangement on Kyoto Protocol. The project should explicitly align its greenhouse gas with Nigeria national determined contributions. Okay. Advise how this is being shared. Now, ILO, Declaration of Fundamental Principles of Right of Work. Let's read that one. Sorry for improvement, circular economic integration. The framework should move beyond disposal to recovery. Implementing the national policy on circular economy currently being pushed by NESDRA would add value. Include gender action plan, incorporating UN women empowerment principles would address the specific socio-economic baseline gaps. Financial assurance mechanism, floating pay principle. So these are areas that can form part of the body of comments. So, but I think I'm good with these ones. Now, going to chapter 2. That's just refutation. You can see with this, we can learn new things that we don't know before. So that is one good thing about this. You can also learn. So you have to go back to the basic. You do chapter 2. That's it. So now chapter 2, said need and benefits. Sections 2.2 and 2.3 detail the necessity of the project for Lagos State waste. So it's just telling me the good part of it. Sustainability state was categorized as alternative chaos there, but I'm not satisfied with this comment, obviously, because they were done in a rush. So let's query the chapter now. Now let us talk about the need. Evaluate the needs and benefits of the project as provided in chapter 2 and identify gaps and suggest areas of improvement to enhance the section. Kindly include reference to page and sections. Yeah. So this will give me more detailed information, because that general analysis might not give you what you need. All right. You can see now I have page numbers to it. Page 2, section 2, the report justified the project by highlighting the escalating waste management crisis in Lagos, driven by rapid urbanization and a population that generates approximately 13,000 tons of solid waste per day, projected to rise to 15,000 tons per day within 5 years. Key drivers: inadequate waste infrastructures, limited collection capacity, prevalent trends, environmental concerns, widespread environmental degradation, public health hazard, air pollution, contamination. And this now will help you understand what was provided as need of the project. So now, evaluation of benefit also. The benefits are categorized into several key areas: infrastructure efficiency, the establishment of a transfer loading station at Olusosun and Solus 3, economic impact, creation of job, environmental impact. So these are the areas of improvement. Now, the section provide broad qualitative benefit but lacks specific measurable targets, e.g., percentage reduction in open dumping. These are quantitative targets. So include a key performance indicator table that outlines identifiable goals for waste diversion and GHG emission reduction. I don't know, this might be much for the consultant to do. So let's not make the comments too difficult for them to address. So I'll skip that. Circular economy, while recycling is mentioned, the transition towards the circular economy is not explicitly detailed as a primary justification. So there's need to enhance the need section to link by linking it to the Nigeria's national plastic policy and waste management, national policy on plastic waste management and recovery. I think I like this. This is a way to enhance that section. So that section is on page 2, section 2.2. So page 2, section 2.2, need for projects. So I guess this report is fairly done. It was done very well. So that's why most of those areas are well addressed. So comment is I enhanced the need section of by linking it to Nigeria's policy on plastic waste management and the economic value of recovered materials. This is very, very important. As you align it, the transition towards circular economy is assured. Now, say add a subsection in section 2.3 or 2.5, detailing integration and protection of informal waste sorters. Now, say benefit focus heavily on employment but omit specific benefit for vulnerable groups or formalizing the informal waste picking sector. Okay, so this is the issue under the benefits. So this comment is for the benefits. Which page is the benefits? Page 2.4, section 2.3. Page 4, section 2.3. Benefits of projects. So the comment is that the benefit focus heavily on employment, but omits a specific benefit for vulnerable groups or formalizing the information. So you need to add a subsection. This is a solution to it. So it's not only identifying the issues, you need to add solution to it. So this solution, I will just make it to be a bullet points. Add subsection to detail the integration of and protection of informal waste sorters and scavengers. So now under sustainability benchmarks, sustainability is conceptual, it lacks a discussion of long-term financial, detail the funding mechanism that will ensure the project remains technically and economically viable. I think I'll leave this. This one is a bit more technical, so let us not add funding mechanisms into EIA report. So you can see there is still a place of the human intelligence. You might not need to adopt everything hook, line, and sinker. Recommendation section for enhancement, section 2.4. Expand this section currently on page 2.4 to include a cost-benefit analysis summary. This is project value. This would contrast the no project economic cost health expenses, environmental cleanup against the due project gain. So this is like a cost-benefit analysis summary to ensure that you choose the due budget against the no project option. Let's leave this so I will not confuse the consultants. I think they might not be able to address comment as such. Project alternatives. Why site and technology alternatives are mentioned in page 2 to 10? This section could be improved by including a GHG emission comparison between different waste processing technologies to further justify the selected technical approach. This is very, very important. I think they should be able to do this. This is part of project alternatives. This is page 2-10 under section 2.7. So now let's go back to discussion on sustainability. Now let's start with because I think all the sustainability part were there, but let's talk about social sustainability and environmental sustainability. Read through the section on environmental, social, and technical sustainability within chapter 2 and suggest areas of improvement to enhance discussions in the sections in line with global best practices. Let's get some technical comments on the sustainability. So to our of the Zoom Lion, yeah. Environmental sustainability. This is on page 2-5. Section 2.5.2. Environmental sustainability. The current discussion focuses on reducing environmental through modern areas of implement, net zero alignment, explicitly link the project greenhouse emission to the Nigeria nationally and the global goal of achieving net zero by 2050. So this will be part of things to ensure that the project is environmental sustainability. So I just include discussions on the following enhance section. So I can now bring in different bullet points. Yeah. So first one is the net zero alignment, dealing the project greenhouse gas to Nigeria national and the global budget. Cool. Circular economic framework. Transition the decision from mere waste solution to a circular economic framework. This should detail how material recovery facilities contribute to closing the loop by introducing secondary raw materials into Lagos industrial supply chain. This is a very cool conversation on transition to circular economy. So that the waste should not be one line movement from production to grave, it should be circular. So let's say transition the discussion from mere waste reduction to formal circular economic framework. So I'll just add it that they should improve on that discussion. Include discussion on how the project will protect or enhance local ecosystem services, particularly concerning groundwater and biodiversity So these two very important to ensure environmental sustainability. You can see it has identified Erikiti and Okeodo. These are areas that need those areas. So moving on to page 2-7, section 2.5.4, social sustainability. So the same thing I will say, include the description the following to enhance the section. That's the same thing I will add. Then I'll be able to add bullet points based on what I can fish out. So these are the area of improvement. Formalization of the informal sector. Global best practices, especially World Bank, requires waste project to address the informal waste picking sector. These are the bambulas. The section should detail a strategy for integrating existing scavengers as Solo 3 Olushoshu to the formal project value chain to prevent loss of livelihood. I think this is very, very, very important. Very, very important point, because we not want displacement of existing livelihood of waste pickers. So it is need to formalize them. Human rights and labor standards explicitly mentioned adherence to ILO fundamental principles, specifically regarding the prevention of labor, child labor in waste sorting, and ensuring fair wages for local hire. You can see it is from the report. So there is need to explicitly mention the adherence to ILO principles. This is also going to enhance. So this aligns that most times international donor-funded projects, they just look for key areas like this. That is why they will now look at your report and say your report meets standards. When they see areas like this are being taken care of. Now, beyond general employment, suggest a gender action plan that targets participation of women in technical and supervisory role, not just manual labor. So this is another area. Gender is very important in social. So there's need to incorporate gender balance. Now, the next area, technical sustainability. This is in page 2-6, section 2.5.3, technical sustainability. So I'll just include it again. So let us check the areas we can add comment on to this area. Now, technology transfer localization detailed how the project will ensure long-term maintenance of advanced machinery. Example, the waste water treatment and biogas. This should include commitment to local training of engineers to reduce dependency on foreign technical experts. So this is a way of contributing to the technical sustainability of the project. So I'm sure if they include this to the reports, it will also enhance the quality of the report. Suggest that is digital integration, how to use smart waste management technology, that GPS tracking, collection fleet, and IoT's Internet of Things, based bin level sensors to optimize route and reduce operational fuel consumption. I think this is a very, very laudable one. Dorothy Ukemezi have collected award on this smart technology of waste. So it's something that if incorporated into the project, it will also enhance the project. So climate adaptation, enhance the discussion on how technical infrastructure is future-proof against climate risk, specific to Lagos, such as increasing flooding and sea level rise could affect facilities like the transfer loading stations. You can see it has link to components of the project. It means you might have read chapter 3 before making his conclusion on these areas. So this is economic sustainability. This is on page 2-5, section 2.5.1, economic sustainability. So I'll just say include discussions on this area to improve the section. So you can see before you know the report is ready. Now, areas of improvement, financial resilience. Discuss the creation of an environmental restoration fund or the commissioning bond to ensure that technical site rehabilitation is financially guaranteed, even if the proponent faces economic volatility. I don't know if we have laws to back this up. Market development include plans to stimulate local markets for the project output, such as partnership with Lagos-based agricultural farms for compost offtake. I think this is very good. So this is a way of improving the economic sustainability of the project. By integrating these global best practices, the report will move from a compliance-focused document to a strategic roadmap for sustainable urban development. This is massive. This can imagine if all our EIA reports are transiting into a strategic roadmap, not just for compliance sake, but they are going to be a roadmap to ensure sustainable development. Because of the time, I want to pause here and save this recording so that we can have it in bits so that it will not be too long to upload. I don't know how that will be, but I will just glance through the comments that we have been able to raise so you can see how far we have gone. So these are the comments we have been able to raise for now from the these are the comments from the cover page. It's on 3 pages already. So these are the cover page comments, executive summary. So we'll still check within the report to confirm the page numbers and to confirm that everything aligns with what's in the report. This is chapter 2. You can see we have a lot of additions in chapter 2. In this way, we have a lot of additions to enhance chapter 2. Then can now go to the chapter 3, project description, project and process description. So thank you very much.